Howdy, ladies and gentlemen, it has been way too long, but we are back with another blowout sale down here at Tease's Exotic Emporium, the best place to find all of your exotic needs. A ton of time has passed, so long in fact that I got bored and have graduated from watching NASCAR, which by the way is still the best racing in the world. Hoo-wee, God bless. To racing if it had a PhD in like astrophysics or something. F1. I still don't get it though. They should really call it Max Verstappen and whoever's behind him the Grand Prix. Anyway, we got our latest special happening down here, and I've got little Jim here to tell you all about it. Jim, what do we got? Bows, pulse rifles, rockets, a mixture of it all?
We've got swords.
And what else?
Swords.
That's it?
Bungie only sent us swords this time.
Oh, well, we got swords, y'all. How many swords have we got?
One.
Come again?
We have one sword, but it comes in different flavors.
I really don't know what to think about all this. Well, y'all, we have a blowout on a new sword that comes in spicy, zippy, and purple. Come on down to the corner of Vanguard Avenue and Tower Street and ask for me, Larry, and we will get you a new sword at a recently slashed price.
You'd think after how long I've been away, we'd have new sponsors. Either way, today we are covering one of my favorite new exotics from the final shape. A sword with so many personalities, it is in line to play the lead role in the next Split film. This is a thick video and includes how to unlock and farm the sword, the available roles, and my recommended combinations. So I've added timestamps and chapters to the description, so feel free to pop around to the section you want. Without further BS, let's take a look at Ergo Sum. Ergo Sum is a brand new exotic introduced in the final shape. It is the first special ammo sword in Destiny history and is completely random rolled. Now, when I say random rolled, I don't just mean Jagged Edge or Honed Blade with Swordmaster's Guard or Enduring Guard. No, I'm talking the frame is different and the exotic perk is even different. I know. I thought my ADHD was skipping reading words, or I'd had one too many sips of whiskey when I read that my sword rolled with wolf pack rounds. Or when my sword seemingly turned into every Bungie developer's sleep paralysis demon, Telesto. Side note, do you guys think they have like a Telesto trauma support group? Bungie, if you're somehow watching this, blink twice if Telesto has hurt you. Taking direct inspiration from the crafting when craftable weapons broke the game and sprouted multiple personalities and perks, this is far and away one of the most unique exotics introduced in Destiny 2. After playing around with a few rolls I've gotten, Guardians, this is not a gimmick exotic. A few rolls I have are absolute nukes, so let's jump into how to get the sword and how to farm it. To first unlock Ergo Sum, you're going to need to complete the following. First, complete the Final Shape campaign. After this, pick up the Destined Heroes quest, then complete Queen's Part 1, the Found in the Dark quest, the Lost in the Light quest, and finally finish Destined Heroes by completing Queen's Part 2 to get Ergo Sum. I know this sounds like a lot, but I actually ran through everything after the Final Shape campaign relatively quickly. If you want a full link on quest steps, I've linked an article in the description down below. Once you complete all of the quests I just mentioned, you'll get a single drop, but this will now make Ergo Sum random rolls available. Now, 2 rolls are available through the Pale Heart Pathfinder system per week, and it looks like there is currently no limit on Ergo Sum drops on fully completing the overthrow activity in the featured region. How you'll know is by using the match-made overthrow or by hovering over one of the overthrow icons for a given region, and it will list Ergo Sum as a drop for completing the activity. I would highly recommend running the match-made version, as you will fly through the 3 tiers and boss fight with a fire team rather than solo. Recently, like after I had all of this recorded and edited, I am now back updating it because Bungie released a catalyst for Ergo Sum as a drop for completing the Grandmaster Excision activity. The catalyst, Transcendent Steel, adds that dealing damage with a Transcendent Grenade grants Ergo Sum ammo. Now, at first, most of the community was like, meh, that's mid. Do y'all not realize how strong that can be? It grants around like 3-ish ammo and has a short cooldown, but I think that it's actually something that makes a strong exotic with bad ammo economy a strong exotic with better ammo economy. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments down below. So now that you know how to unlock Ergo Sum, how to farm it, and how to get its catalyst, what should you be looking for? So if you're still reeling from hearing that a sword of all things can roll with wolf pack rounds, you're not alone. My buddy Brave X Hero used to joke that he would want pulse rifles, glaives, and all kinds of random weapons to roll with wolf pack rounds. Then Bungie said, what if Gallarhorn was a sword? And here we are making this video. First, Ergo Sum comes with the origin trait Transcendent Duelist, which states this weapon collects less ammo. Well, scav mods are on the menu, boys. Final blows with this weapon accelerate light and darkness mastery, deals increased damage while transcendent, and defeating targets lengthens transcendence. This plays brilliantly into our new prismatic subclass, and given Bungie's not so subtle hint to run swords this season, a few perks on our artifact will boost this weapon and help with its lacking ammo economy. Next, our blade options are Hungry Edge, Enduring Blade, Honed Edge, Jagged Edge, and Tempered Edge. Given that ammo economy is pretty bad here, choose your blade option carefully. Next, our guard options are Balanced Guard, Burst Guard, Enduring Guard, Heavy Guard, and Swordmaster's Guard. Pick the option that works best for your playstyle. Now to the juicy stuff. Ergo Sum will roll with 5 different frame options. Vortex Frame will launch a heavy spin attack like Falling Guillotine, Caster Frame, which launches a heavy projectile attack, Wave Sword Frame, where a heavy attack deploys a shockwave uppercut and launches the user into the air. An immediate follow-up swing after the uppercut deploys a homing strike that aggressively seeks a target. By the way, when it says aggressively seeks a target, it means it. Lightweight Frame, which gives us a dash attack, and finally Aggressive Frame. And the description just says slam. Sounds like a caveman wrote the description here. By the way, AI caveman country songs are bangers if you guys didn't know.
Food on stick, meat ground loud, dance around fire, may drink beer.
Wait, that's a banger.
I knew you'd like it. Now, we can't cover which frame option is the best without covering the exotic traits. I've found some frames pair best with certain exotic traits. So, what does this crazy bag of destruction contain? First, we have 2 element neutral perks, meaning that these can roll on any elemental type. They are Gathering Light, the perk from Traveler's Chosen, which states final blows grant stacks of Gathering Light, improving guard stats and lunge range. Stowing this weapon consumes all stacks, granting all of your abilities 10% energy per stack. Pretty simple. Get 10 kills, swap to a different weapon, instantly full ability energy across the board.
Nice!
Off to a fair and balanced start. Don't worry, it gets more ridiculous as we go. Next, we have the infamous Wolfpack rounds, whose original weapon should be fairly obvious. It's this Nerf gun. The almighty Gallarhorn has lent its insane perk to Ergo Sum. It states powered heavy attacks cause nearby sword wielders to emit tracking missiles with every attack. Gallarhorn, but make it sharper. Quick note here that isn't mentioned in the perk description. Wolfpack rounds are also granted to yourself if you have a legendary sword equipped in the heavy slot. Wild combination potential here. Next, jumping into our solar elemental perks, we have Sacred Flame from an old favorite of mine, Tiku's Divination. Powered heavy attacks mark nearby targets, causing them to explode upon death. Striking mark targets with a light attack detonates them. Crowd Control, the sword. Now, one downside here, and this is also a downside with Tiku's, is that the detonations are not ignitions. If Bungie allowed Tiku's to synergize with subclass verbs, Tiku's is instantly back on the menu. The perfect fifth is our other solar option and lent to us from Polaris Lance. Every 5 hits attaches a delayed solar explosive, scorching your target. On paper, juicer. In practice, In testing, I found this scorch is nice, but there are other roles of Ergo Sum that offers a higher DPS output when you're looking to take down a single chunkier target. I may revisit this one again, but for now, it isn't one of my favorites. Moving next to Arc, we have Arc Conductor from Risk Runner, where powered heavy attacks charge the wielder, enabling them to resist arc damage and chain lightning to nearby targets. In Arc Threat or heavy arc enemy dense activities, the 50% arc damage resist on top of the crowd control offering is a huge value. Our other arc option is Stormbringer from Cloud Strike, where rapid final blows create a lightning storm at the target's location. 3 kills. After testing this weapon, I was a little disappointed because the lightning storm spawns at the location of the last final blow. So if you're getting these with light attacks, they are spawning right there. To me, it's a little bit disappointing, but paired with the right frame, this actually may be a juicer. Finally, moving to our void options, and given that some of our artifact mods are not only sword focused, but others are void focused, this may be the strongest of our options. First up, Unplanned Reprieve from Bungie's internal Season of the Haunted final boss Telesto states that powered heavy attacks emit projectiles that detonate with a delayed void blast. In testing, the Telesto Toothpick is one of, if not the strongest option available. Paired with an aggressive frame, this sword is a literal delete key. More on that in a bit. Our final option, Insectoid Robots from the Colony, states defeated targets drop insectoids robots that chase and explode close to other targets. A great crowd control option, but definitely not something taking the Telesto option spot. So with every combination laid out and perk possibilities discussed, we have, and I think I mathed correctly here, 1,000 possible combinations from active perks available on Ergo Sum. That's a lot.
It's enough slices!
So before you start collecting like General Grievous, let's limit what to chase down to what perk works best with which frame. Doing just that gets us down to just 40 combinations. Starting first with Wolfpack rounds, given that a heavy attack grants both you and your allies swords Wolfpack rounds, I would recommend something that can spin Wolfpack rounds up as quickly and as frequently as possible. In order, I would want lightweight, wave sword, caster, vortex, and aggressive frame coming in last. Again, the goal for me anyway would be quick activation, then swap to my legendary heavy sword after to maximize the damage dealt with Wolfpack rounds. Next up, Gathering Light would play into high ability uptime, so efficiency is what we would want most. Wave sword, lightweight, vortex, aggressive, and caster would be my order here. But given that heavy attacks aren't necessary with this perk, any choice works fine. Moving right along to our first solar perk, Sacred Flame. This one was a tricky one to test. Heavy attack marks targets, light attacks detonate targets. The tough thing is the heavy attack kills most enemies unless they are chunkier, so it's hard to get this perk to consistently activate. That said, Wave Sword Frame is the easiest 1-2 combo, given that after a heavy attack, you can light attack and zip right over to the target to instantly detonate them, and I would pick that first, followed by lightweight, caster, aggressive, and finally Vortex Frame. If Sacred Flame synergized with Scorch, this thing may be higher up for me, but it doesn't, and I'm sad. Bungo, please help my boy Tikus. Next solar perk is Perfect Fifth, and for chaining attacks, it's excellent. Neutral game or ad clear, for me, it lacks a little bit. So given that hit chaining is necessary to get you to the 5th hit as fast as possible, lightweight and Vortex if you're surrounded, wave frame, aggressive to pop on that 5th hit and maximize damage, and finally caster would be my order. Into Arc Conductor needs a heavy attack to proc, then, well, you can go AFK for 5 seconds. Literally walking around will chain lightning. So Wave Frame will allow for easy activation, then the dash gets you into a clump of ads. Vortex next if you're surrounded, caster, aggressive, and lightweight is my order. Arc Conductor might be up there for one of my favorites, especially how fun and powerful this perk is. Next, Stormbringer is a funny one. On one hand, it can be really powerful and easy to activate, but on another hand, it may not provide super effective utility. 3 final blows will create a lightning storm in the area where the 3rd final blow occurred, so unless there's a target in that area, the lightning strike may be pointless. That said, Wave Frame can proc in one swing if you get 3 final blows. Vortex and caster can as well, with a lightweight and aggressive being my least desirable. Jumping finally into Void, Unplanned Reprieve is Telesto, and this paired with my top choice of aggressive frame might be my favorite combo in this list. The amount of burst damage this combo can deal is insane. The problem with some of the other options is the projectiles spawn from your Guardian's position, so lightweight and Vortex are the only other 2 that I would realistically want, with caster and wave sword falling a bit behind. Finally, Insectoid Robot Grenades can provide great crowd control capability, particularly paired with wave sword and caster frame, followed by aggressive, vortex, and lightweight. So with all of that out of the way, my top 3 I am chasing are Unplanned Reprieve with aggressive, Arc Conductor with wave frame, and Wolfpack rounds with lightweight or wave frame. Let me know your god roll in the comments down below. So didn't see me making a crazy long video about swords in 2024, but here we are. Bungie, bravo on this sword and the possibilities with it. I love seeing both the innovation and the wild and wonderful embrace of a time when the game code literally revolted against the dev team with the crafting. Let me know your thoughts on this exotic and if you want to build video around Ergo Sum. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this one, subscribe to see more of my dumb meme videos, and until the next one, I've been Teagues, you have been beautiful, peace.